Spyro's reboot, and definitely before Spyro, but with a malformed pug skull structure's time, there were the Ancients, a group of geniuses but incredibly lazy. During their time around, they managed to form the Skylands, befriend the dragons who roamed across the land, and ended up setting up the Core of Light, this being a magical MacGuffin that, so long as it exists, protects the Skylands from falling into darkness. Like good darkness, that should be noted, this was done using mind magic, which is essentially a difficult resource to obtain that can alter reality and create matter as we've seen. Specifically, it is what the Ancients relied on and what they obliterated the darkness with. We also gotta bring up the Skylanders gimmicks. There's a huge amount of Skylanders who I would best refer to as gimmick Skylanders. You know, the ones from each respective game who got their own little quirks going on, the Giants, the Swap Force, the Imaginators. Most of them implied or explicitly said to have been around for centuries. Meteorite Gilgrunt ended someone's life. Around the same time, this is Captain Freightbeard. He was a problem until he was trapped in the time. This is Captain Freightbeard. He was a problem until he was trapped in the Chest of Exile. The Chest of Exile, where most of him rots to this day. This is the most of this character. Remember him in 30 minutes. Centuries later, still centuries ago, we got the Swap Force, a team of Skylanders who are pretty good at what they do, though one of their biggest responsibilities is every 100 years a volcano shoots and replenishes magic all across the Skylands. So it is stupid important that it's protected. Though the darkness shows up one time before the eruption in hopes of corrupting the volcano, and the Swap Force prevents it, but in turn are caught in the eruption. This gives them the ability to swap their top and bottom halves with each other, but in exchange also launches them to Earth. It's a very convenient convenience that's going to continue in the future. Then, way later, anywhere from years to centuries ago, this is Master Eon, one of the most powerful portal masters. If you are a portal master, you're basically like better than the Skylanders. You are immensely powerful, like instant political power and prominence. So when Eon's a little boy, he's afraid of falcons, a dishwasher for a portal master named Natty Bumpo, and he just then like it's meant to be this stupid important thing, but Eon kind of sort of forgets to have caves of pure heart or seek out people with portal master capabilities. If he doesn't do anything about it, the efficiency of Skylanders are going to be fractioned. And unlike his dear mentor Natty Bumpo, Eon's been unable to gather real substantial apprentices. The closest thing being the scholarly assistant Hugo, who's useful in the story, but not doing as much as he initially could. As all of this is going on, we have Chaos, dedicated to evil, enabled by his mom. By the way, this is Chaos's mom, Cassandra. She's pretty important. Remember this one? Chaos, the real assistant Hugo, who's useful in the story, but not doing as much as he initially could. As all of this is going on, we have Chaos, dedicated to evil. She's pretty important. Remember this one? Chaos army, only to be thwarted by nap time. Chaos and Master Eon are related. Eon has a jealous portal master twin brother, Strikor. He marries Cassandra. They have Chaos. Eon's live, laugh, loving as uncle status, while also being the most important person in Skylands. Too bad they're evil. Chaos's whole family are dark portal masters. In the ancient time, Eon and Strikor led the Skylanders, and there was this period where the Core of Light was guarded by nothing but Spyro's dragon's ancestors. Peter, so he corrupts the dragons and he's banished for his bad attitude for bucket dipping in a place full of full buckets. This leaves Cassandra a single mother. She enrolls Chaos into an evil academy. Pretty quickly he meets his second-hand man, Glumshanks, working as a servant for a majority of his career. And then the two of them both get expelled, which I, for one, am upset on Glumshanks' behalf, because he really seems interested in pursuing a proper education. In response, Chaos gets his giant head hologram to lead a gymnasium. So now here we are, the first major entry in our timeline, the one, the only Skylanders Academy, taking place before 2011, but closer to that period. Timeout. Narrative. My take is that all of this is canon to an extent, or at least similar to what happened in the true timeline. One of those multiverses that are like really similar to the true continuity that skips over mild differences between both so we can move on with our lives. Because the sooner we get to chop, the better. And don't worry, there's better ways to connect Academy I'll get into. A majority of the show follows the trio of Spyro, Eruptor, and Stealth Elf. Eruptor's this lava fella born on a lava land. He's cool, he's earned a spot. Stealth Elf is born in a deep forest, gets a whole bunch of ninja skills, also earned a spot on the roster. In the first episode, they do a final exam to graduate. Spyro fails for being kind of a dick, then Chaos pops in, Spyro saves the day. The game's graduated, that's the end of the first episode. Here's where we get to see a lot of how Skylanders society functions on missions. Small teams will all go to whatever crisis they're tasked with stopping. Team sizes range and differ, usually based on situation, but a lot of the time they will keep to themselves or anyone they befriend working as a Skylander. In specific, episode 2 sees Jetpack moving in with the other characters and making an overall solid team. Now, in terms of origin, Jetpack got his wings in tradition to his village. One day, it got attacked. He was willing to. A lot of the time, they will keep to themselves or anyone they befriend. Convoluted show of all time. It's among the ranks here. Season 1 follows Spyro's pals all getting accustomed to their new lives. Partway through, they're asked Spyro's pals all getting accustomed to their new lives. Partway through, they're asked to guard the Cloudcracker prison with a lot of imprisoned bad folks. Basically, this is your world prison. You're impelled down. In specific, we want to talk about the Doom Raiders, a crew of powerful enemies of darkness. One day, a queen aptly named Golden Queen made a team simply striving for wealth, fame, and power. Standout names of the Doom Raiders include Chompy Dage, Wolfgang, Dr. Crankcase, but not in the show. He's more like a late addition, and the rest of them. As for Chaos's relationship to the Doom Raiders, he has a little crush on Golden Queen, so good for him. Follow your dreams, you bald little guy. You love a guy, shine that forehead. Anyway, everything goes. Then Spyro convinces Pop Fizz, easily a top 10er of best Skylanders, little gremlin alchemist genius guy whose potions give him a Hulk form, basically. Pop Fizz builds an evil scope, which essentially lets Spyro instantly mitigate all evil available, but it creates this moral dilemma because it's catching evil before it can evil. So then by proxy, he develops a severe addiction to being a good person, but by stopping the evil before it can evil, it causes more evil since the evil dilemma becomes severe addiction to being a good person, but by stopping the evil before it can evil, it causes more evil. So the evil builds up, and after like a half week, it all bursts at once. This point indicates that it is, or else everything implodes or something. When Spyro blows up the evil cluster, it creates a portal that brings out Crash Bandicoot this early. Whoa! Now technically, this isn't the Crash we're accustomed to. Kind of like most of the franchises, an alternate one. He was taken in his equivalent of the final levels of Crash Bandicoot 1, specifically like right before the final boss. Otherwise, this Crash like a substance is infected with the bad vibes of the world. So Spyro and pals gotta find the core of light as pure. I'm assuming the core is not like a substance infected with the bad vibes of the world. So Spyro and pals gotta find the core of light as pure. I'm assuming the core's not been relocated, so this is them learning the hard way to be right next to HQ. As this is going on, the Doom Raiders pop up. Oh, crackers! Guess all the cadets and other Skylanders available are gonna do what they can to slow down the bad guys. They fail. Failures of students we will talk about later include Snapshot, mildly important, Food Fight, Living Artichoke, never important, Trigger Happy, iconic, but not really that important. It's like Sir Daniel Fortescue from PlayStation. We love him for being there, even if he's not really the biggest thing. And last of all, there is Bad Breath, who is stinky. That is his power. They let anyone on the Skylanders. Yeah, but Doom Raiders win that fight, lose the book to Eon when he gets better. Everybody goes home to regroup. Here it's revealed that Cassandra is actually pretty cool. In fact, her and Eon have a secret alliance prepared in case a worse evil they both know about shows up. Very nice of him, considering he's the uncle for Little Chaos. By the way, where is Strike, or where is his dad? Just feels weird to not talk about him. Anyway, Season 2 expands more on Spyro's dragon history, correlating a lot with his reboot story. And holy moly, Pop Fizz has officially joined this team. This is honestly a solid lineup, but it bothers me how we got true magic elements before any water or tech ones even. I mean, they have Sprocket as a substitute, but
That's reasonable. What the?
Behind. By the way, Cinder's like a regular now. Her and Hex join a couple other cadets and make a B team led by Hugo as backup. So you're technically relevant. The final arc of the season follows the Doom Raiders actually doing stuff. Namely, they've been trying to convince Chaos to dox his mom to no avail. Over the season, he's been going through it in part because Glumshanks enrolls in school. Until Chaos intentionally gets him expelled, which isn't very nice of him. That's a bad boss-to-employee relationship. So this floating head member of the Doom Raiders, Dreamcatcher, she stumbles to Strike Core, finally appearing in the Dream Realm. He offers up Cassandra's address because he hates his wife and gross bald baby son that much. I'm pretty sure this is the actual force Eon and Cassandra were holding off. Actually, yeah, no. Probably right for the Doom Raiders. Dreamcatcher gets amnesia, but Golden Queen turns Cassandra into gold, which is like it's supposed to be a magic strength test thing. She used to be immune to this ability. Chaos's mom got nerfed in the patch update. And then Spyro finds out about Eon hiding the truth of when Strike Core corrupted all dragons. He's justifiably upset. Chaos then finds that evil book from the last season. They have a proper father-son talk, good time, and Chaos is grateful. I encourage this. But now it's time to kill everybody who's ever wronged them. Chaos is given all of his parents' powers. Then Malfoy shows up and offers a bargain. In exchange for a Strike Core, he'll give us Spyro. And Chaos likes that deal. He thinks about it. He snatches up that purple dragon. Alan steals all the light, which sensitive topic and makes everybody uncomfortable. This is like changing your name to Baby Eating Brian. You are giving yourself away. The rest of the cast is kind of doing their own things. Eon's trying to make sure everything's in order. Cassandra's joined the academy because Chaos and Strike Core took over her castle. She's cool though, so it's fine. Stealth Elf gets the friendship with a coworker 40 years older than you at the first job thing going on. And the rest of them are here. The latter half definitely has the highlights. In episode 9, Dark Spyro and Eruptor needs to talk about Crash, so they time travel back to season 1, grab him, and this by proxy obliterates the hanging out with Flint. Stealth Elf figures out Dark Spyro is enveloped in this evil darkness. Oh no! How could you tell? So then everybody gets the ingredients to split the good and bad halves into a 1v1. Good Spyro wins, he quite literally kills his inner demons, then they make their way to a big old finale. Strike Core makes mountains of Glumshanks clones, while Chaos, who's really just been doing his own things most of the season, finds a map to this ancient city of Arcus, like back when Giants vanished, those Archeans. This is the same one, this is the same city, but this is gonna get retconned because we go to the city again in Giants, but it's I love this game. It's a race to the city. The Skylanders decide the only way they can beat Chaos there is by using the psychic abilities of Cinder. Still trapped in hell with Malfoy, by the way, and they only free her when they need her. Kind of bad friends, not gonna lie, but then they do that. Malfoy's peeved. They fail to beat Chaos there anyway. Chaos makes it to Arcus, and then his reward is to use one of those ancient Archean robots. This goes straight into Chaos trying to destroy the Core of Light while Strike Core faces Eon and Cassandra. They're successful, using the power of friendship to once again trap their corrupt husband/twin brother. At the Core of Light, the main crew, along with Crash, Flynn, and Coco Bandicoot for some reason. I guess he's on the equivalent of the second or third game at this point. Maybe, sure. The fight with Chaos goes to once again trap their corrupt husband/twin brother. At the Core of Coco Bandicoot. Third game at this point. Maybe. It's pretty even. Well, Coco starts building a device that'll works, and as a little gag, they decide to let Pop Fizz play with her boomerang. Then they stall it. Obscene, unexpected. Strike Core isn't Chaos's dad. He is. Oh my god, Eon's a father, but he has to be an uncle still, right? Right? Oh yeah, he is indeed. Okay, yeah, we're good. Cool. But yeah, this means that Eon and Cassandra have been a